Hello class, welcome to Econ 409. My name is Sarah Medoff. I will be your instructor for this course. So I am going to quickly go through how to navigate through Laulima. So if you log on to Laulima, you will have all your different courses on this top panel. You want to navigate to Econ 409, this course, and it will bring you to this welcome page. You're going to want to start off by looking at the syllabus. So if you click on the syllabus tab, it will bring you to this page. I do want to highlight you need to take the syllabus quiz by Thursday. It is not graded. However, it is a way for me to check participation. And UH does have a policy that students who do not show any participation within the first X amount of days, we as instructors are required to report them, and you potentially could get dropped from the course. And there is always a way to add you back, but just to avoid any hassle, try to take the syllabus quiz just so I can, at the very most, verify your participation. So there are times where these embedded documents, these lecture slides, PDFs, do not show up directly in these modules, and in which case you might have to click on a button that says Allow Cookies. I had already press that button, so my syllabus is nicely embedded in Laulima. But I personally don't like to look at PDFs and lecture slides within this embedded format, so I will press Open in New Window. And as long as you're signed into the Google Drive with your UH email address, you should have no problem viewing this syllabus. If you sign in with your personal Gmail account, you might have to request access, and in which case I will tell you, please sign in with your UH email address. And once you've done that, you should be able to access this document. So I have a restricted time on this video recording app, so I'm not going to go through the syllabus in grave detail, but I do encourage everybody to look into, read the syllabus on your own. That way you can take your syllabus quiz and feel very confident that you know exactly how this course is being structured. So if you look through the syllabus, we do have the course learning objectives over here. I also highlight the way I communicate. This course is 100% online asynchronous. Because it is online and is not face-to-face or in-person course, and we don't require any sort of synchronous sessions, communication is key. So when structuring these courses, there are a lot of places I need to update dates or assignments. So there has been times where the syllabus might say one date, maybe it's due Thursday on the 19th, but Laulima says it's due Thursday on the 12th. If there's any confusion, email me. I am very responsive. I try to be as responsive as possible. I usually respond within at the very most 24 hours, if not sooner. So if there's anything confusing, anything misleading, just shoot me an email. I will be able to hopefully clarify things. With that being said, I am pretty diligent about my email, but I also have a full-time job plus teaching 3 courses this summer. On top of that, I am a mother of 2 children. So there are times where emails can get buried. If you send me an email, I don't respond within 24 hours, or you really just need a response, just keep flagging it, resend it, say, hey, Sarah, please respond to this email. I don't know if you saw it. So that way that email is just pushed to the top of my, my inbox, and I will get to it as soon as possible. You can look at the course topics in this syllabus. I used to make this very fisheries intensive, but more recently I've tried to expand to other sectors of the ocean, and I think it's made the course a lot more interesting and fun. Before we get into the assignments, I do want to check out the calendar. So I try my hardest to make every week follow roughly the same pattern in terms of due dates. So the way I structure the course is everything except the final quiz is going to be open and accessible on the first day of the course. So that is going to be May 27th for this class. So you can finish everything hypothetically in the first week of the course. You can finish all the quizzes, all the writing assignments, hand in your final presentation, and just make sure you take your final quiz in the last week of the class. I don't suggest that, but you potentially could. You can work ahead. Please do not fall behind. So you can work ahead, but please don't miss the due dates. I have been very flexible with people or students handing in late assignments. However, do not take advantage of that flexibility. I have had students just completely dip out all course and try to hand in 4 weeks worth of assignments in the last week or two of the course. And I have to let that student know, hey, thank you for doing all this work. I can't accept it. It's not fair to the other students. And I'm already grading a whole class worth of work and final quizzes and projects. I don't have time to grade 4 additional quizzes and writing assignments, etc. So do you a favor, do me a favor. Let's just try to hand in the assignments on time as best as possible. With that being said, crazy circumstances come up, email me. Communication is so key in these asynchronous courses. All right, so as far as assignments, we have forum discussions. These are going to be due, I believe on Tuesday. So your response will be due on Tuesday. You need to respond to 2 other classmates by Thursday. So you have to give a response to the response. Fridays are usually designated for quizzes. These quizzes are untimed. I think they're about 10 questions long. And you can take the quiz unlimited amount of times until it is due. So for example, week 1 quiz, you can try to attempt it on Monday. Maybe you get a 40%. You attempt it again on Tuesday. Maybe you get a 60%. Wednesday, you get a 80%. And then Thursday, finally, you get your 95%. You can take it unlimited times until you get the grade that you want to achieve. However, after it is due on Friday, you will not be able to take the quiz again. I believe if you have not submitted the quiz, you can take it 1 extra time, but to be on the safe side, just take the quiz early, keep retaking it until you get your grade. That way you get it in by Friday. Sundays are for writing assignments. So these writing assignments are going to be geared to help you direct your final research project. So you're going to have a lit review, 2 lit review assignments, and then in the 3rd week, you're going to submit a project proposal. And then, the 4th week, you are going to pair up with a course or project buddy. You will exchange project proposals and then provide your classmate with some feedback on their project, and they will do the same for you. In the 5th week, you are going to have to present your final project. See these instructions for more details. There's multiple ways to access these instructions, but through this calendar is one way. And then after that, you are done with the final project. And then by the last week of school, Friday, you will have a project reflection due. So go through this syllabus, go through this course calendar. All of these blue links are clickable so you can access the instructions. But I also include the instructions over here so you can look at the course project in a little bit more detail and get instructions for each individual assignments. Okay. Once you're done reading through the syllabus quiz, take this, or the syllabus, please take the syllabus quiz. You can access it through this link on the syllabus tab. So easy. Once we start navigating through the weeks and the material, everything is going to be organized in these modules. So if you want to know what is due in week 1, what assignments do I have due, what learning material do I have access to, just click on the week 1 tab or module and it will bring you to everything that you will need for week 1. So I usually start these modules with a short introduction, followed by some video. You can access the discussion board. So you would just click on this discussion board. It will bring you to the Padlet. Press this little plus icon to add your post. And then the guidelines for the discussions will be, again, laid out in this week 1 module. You have your lecture slides. In the lecture slides, it is so important to look at the speaker notes. So this is where most of the quiz material is going to be coming from. If you don't like to look at the lecture slides in Laulima, you can always press open a new window. There's some supplementary material that I offer. Sometimes it's required, but if it is required, it'll say that, it'll indicate that. Again, weekly quizzes, clickable link, you can access that as well. And then all of the writing assignments for that week. So all these modules are going to be organized in this way. Once you get to the bottom, you will have 2 modules for your final quiz, just so, again, it's easily accessible. Click on this little link, you can take your final quiz, and a tab for your course project. So again, this is really just copied and pasted from the syllabus. So there's some examples of topics, course topics that you could use. Hopefully that'll help give you ideas. And then you can access all of these individual assignments. So you do need to hand in a project questionnaire in the first week, as well as a literature review in the first week, and then every single additional writing assignment thereafter, all the way until you get to your final presentation and your project reflections. You can also theoretically access any quiz you want by navigating to this quiz link. Or if you want to access some assignments, and maybe I should do this in the student view, you can press on the assignments tab right now. The reason why there's no assignments up is because this video has been recorded before the first day of the course, so these assignments are not open. By the time you review this video, this will be fully populated with your 5 assignments that are due. In addition, you have grade books. Please check your grade book to check your grade. If you need to get a hold of me, you can access the email icon, select roles, instructor. I should have my name over there, or you can just click on this box and write me an email. So that is pretty much it in terms of how to navigate through the Laulima classroom and going over the syllabus. I'm sorry if this was really quick. I am only allotted 15 minutes on this video recording app, so I wanted to make sure I fit everything in. But if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me. Email me is great, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible, but definitely within a 24-hour period. So I hope you guys are excited for this course. I am very excited for this course. And again, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.